With the Second World War came new prosperity to the urban centers of the South, and George Washington Jones gathered up his family and moved south from the Big Thicket to the bustling port city of Beaumont. It was here that a young George Jones found a whole new dimension to his singing talents.
Way back in the hill. It was on a Sunday. There wasn't too much traffic downtown on Sunday, just a few people window shopping. I was just sitting there playing my guitar, Precious Jewel and Wabash Cannonball and all them things like that. Finally, a little handful of people would stop and gather and just listen since they didn't have anything else to do, you know. I wound up leaving there with about $27. And that's more money than I'd ever seen in my life. Here I am doing something that I love more than anything in the world, and I still do today. And then I found out that there were other people that would like it, that might like it. And when I found that out, that just put it all over the top.
In 1949, a young singer emerged from the wilds of Alabama who would have a profound influence on all of country music for years to come. In him, George found a mentor and guiding light who would influence his life for the good and the bad in the long years ahead.
But Hank Williams came along, and oh my goodness, I couldn't think or eat nothing unless it was Hank Williams, and I couldn't wait for his next record to come out. He had to be really the greatest.
By the time George was in his late teens, he had already begun his journey up the long, lost highway that Hank Williams had paved, living the lifestyle that would soon take its final toll on Hank. In May of 1949, George actually met his idol when Hank came through Beaumont to promote his latest single. It was a moment George would never forget. A year later, George met and married his first wife, Dorothy. In no less time than it took for Dorothy to get pregnant, they had separated. For George, it was time to find work of a more secure nature.
I had my first daughter by my first wife, and to be honest with you, that was the main reason I went to service, because I couldn't pay my child support.
Even though it's the height of the Korean War, the only action George will see during his 2-year stint is in the bars and beer halls of San Jose, California, where he appears as Little Georgie Jones, the Forester Hill Flash.
I came in off of Liberty, and my friend next to me on the bunk next to me came in about within 5 minutes after I came in, and I had just got my clothes off to lay down, and he brought in the morning paper and showed it to me, and I laid there the rest of the morning just bawled, you know, and it just broke my heart, you know, because the Lord, he was just everything as far as I was concerned.
Sad news to begin this New Year's Day. Hank Williams was found dead this morning in the back seat of his Cadillac while on the way to a performance in Canton, Ohio. His death has been attributed to a heart attack from excessive drinking. A tragic start to 1953.